In this video, we will review the very first exercise that you need to know in order to fly well the Airbus. We will describe the protections of this aircraft. We will understand the difference between normal law, alternate law, and mechanical backup. Let's go.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Cabin crew.
Advice.
Out of thrust.
Off.
Out of brake.
Low.
ICA memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist completed.
Gracias.
Crew, welcome to another video. My name is Eric. I'm currently flying as a captain of an Airbus 320 inside of a company in China. I want to show you the very basic ones, like how you will start to learning inside the training when you start to fly in the Airbus. Because if we don't know the basics, how can you understand in the future the philosophy? We need to go inside deeper and do it as easy as possible. We are at 10,000 feet. We will start to doing steep turns. If you already start your flight career as a private pilot, is one of the first maneuvers that you see, but if you don't practice it inside of the simulator with the real airplane, with the airplane that you're flying, and you cannot fully dominate this exercise, believe me, you will be struggling in the future. So basically, steep turns is turning either right side or left side. For Airbus, we will do it 45 degrees. So the 45-degree angle is this line that is over here. So if you start turning the aircraft, because the protection, he wants to go back, right? But we will push him towards the 45 degrees. Then here is something really important to do, is always have a constant bank angle, because it's very often this problem that if you don't have the constant bank angle, if you decrease, the aircraft will accelerate. You will need less thrust, but if you put less thrust and then go back to the bank angle, then you will need more power, and this is like a cycle. So if you can see here, we are almost 45 degrees and the aircraft is in a constant speed, is a constant altitude. Here you want to target plus minus 100 feet and plus minus 10 knots. 5 it will be better. So if you don't really deeply do this work, this exercise, you cannot go further. If not, you will have problems every single time. This exercise might be a little bit dumb, but at the same time it's very powerful, because when you are doing, let's say, an approach and you don't want to lose altitude, you will remember this feeling that you are doing with the exercise. It just want you to make muscle memory. That's very important. Then we can just stop the turn. We will decrease a little bit the output thrust levers in order to don't gain too much speed, and then we will turn to the left smoothly. And again, it's the same. You will know which side is your best side. For me, for example, turning to the right is a little bit easier from turning to the left. You will notice that sometimes it's easier for you one side to another side, but that's completely fine. The key is like being comfortable in both sides. Again, only flying simulator every single time. This is also really good for warm up. If you are preparing for your examinations, this thing makes you feel more comfortable. It's like if you are doing exercise and you suddenly start to running as fast as possible, you will burn yourself, right? You need to first go in slow. There's do some stretch. It's the same here, right? So this is pretty easy. This exercise pretty fast. Now, if you want to level up a little bit the difficult, you can target one track. Let's say we will stop on this track that is 005. And then the shorter, it will be the harder. So first you can start with 360 degrees from one side, 360 degrees to the other side. Now that you are doing better, let's say this is going to be one of the hardest ones. It's like going only 45 degrees to the right, okay? So you need to go very fast to the 45 degrees to the right, trying not to lose any altitude, lose any speed. You can see if I pull too fast, the alpha protection is coming up. 10 degrees before this 90 degree, it's going back. Okay, probably was not the best exercise now, because also I'm instructing. Okay, here you are. Let's try again back. First, we will set the track to 005. And we will turn to the left. Right, again, this is kind of difficult because we have a short time to recovery, short time to put our aircraft at the 45 degrees. But that's the key. That's the point, right? Doing this very hard in order to become better at the aircraft, right? Okay, so we are almost 10 degrees. We're coming back. And getting to the target again. Okay, so now on, we will move to the protections of the aircraft. There is basically 5 protections. Again, I won't get too deeply. For that, I will leave you a link down below so you can download one PDF that I just create for you. Just give me your email. I will send it. It's completely free. You can cancel anytime. Also, I have my academy. I just launched it. The link again will be down description below if you want to check it out. Some membership, you can cancel it at any time, and we go deeper into the Airbus. So then the first protection that I want to show you, now we'll put the thrust levers to idle. It will be the high angle of attack protection. What it means is that basically we cannot stall the airplane in the normal protections, right? If I start pulling up the aircraft, you can see this line is the VLS, lowest selectable speed. Then is alpha protection, that it's related with the angle of attack protection. You see now, we are becoming on the target, and the aircraft eventually they will start to set the alpha toga. Yes, alpha floor. Which means it doesn't matter if I'm completely full the side stick and if the thrust levers are in idle, the aircraft will put the thrust levers to toga. And then even though I'm pulling all the way, the aircraft doesn't let me to go beyond the alpha max, which is the red line. In normal law, we cannot stall this airplane. So now, if I move the thrust levers, see? It's not changing at all. So the only way that I can take out is like put the thrust levers to idle and push the sensitive push button, this one, the red one. Okay, the second law is the bank angle law. So if we turn all the way to the right or left, the aircraft will roll all the way up to 67 degrees. And then I cannot do more. The side stick again is fully to the right, and I cannot do more than 67 degrees, okay? This is the second law. And then if I release, it's supposed to be at 33 degrees. Then the next protection is the high speed protection, which the name it says. We won't go beyond these two green lines. If the aircraft feels that we are doing overspeed, the airplane will pitch up. See the alarm? And I'm not doing anything with my hand, and the aircraft is starting to going up. The alarm's is climbing now the aircraft without me doing anything. And that's it. The next law, protection law, is you cannot go beyond 30 degrees, which is the pitch altitude protection. So if I pull all the way down, the aircraft doesn't let me go above 30 degrees. Never, 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 ever. If I go all the way down, it's minus 15. And then the aircraft they won't give me more than 15 degrees. Again, the side stick is fully down, and I cannot override this. The next and final is the G load factor. We can see it on the lower ECAM display. You can see here, it says G load 1.5. So what in clean configuration is gonna be 2.5, the maximum that the aircraft is gonna let me to increase the G's. Now I'm pulling some forces on the airplane, so this is displayed. Yeah, you can see it now. And in other configuration that is not clean, so we have flaps selected, It's 0 to 2.0. This is in normal law. Everything that we just see right now is during normal law protections. We have now alternate law. Flight control surface or hydraulic problems, electrical problems that they downgrade you to alternate law. There is two alternate laws with or without protections. We won't go too deeply in this video, but what you need to know is recognize that you are under alternate law. First, the ICAM will tell you that you are on the alternate law, and you see these cross amber lines. That means that the airplane now is under alternate law. And in alternate law, now we can stall the airplane because we won't have the angle of attack protection. No matter if it's with or without protections, on the alternate law, we can stall the airplane. And now, if you can listen, we can stall. Yeah, this is the warning. You can see this amber cross, like we won't have the bank angle protection, so the aircraft will go beyond what it usually does on the normal protection. And the same for, remember that the pitch we cannot go beyond 15 degrees down. It's gonna be the same. Now we can override this protection. After alternate law, then comes direct law. Direct law most of the times is because you are in alternate law and then you set the landing gear down. It will turn, sometimes it will turn into direct law. And direct law, we won't have the pitch trim. So now we need to do it manually by rolling the THS, which is this one, controlling the trim. But if we go to direct law, which is landing gear down, now see the airplane, even though we are moving it, the pitch trim is not controlling. And now it's more like a Cessna. Like you need now to pitch trim. So if I pull this a little bit up, now the airplane is gonna pitch up. Then we have the last one, but the last one usually it's only for demonstration, it's only for fun, because it's the chances that you will lost all your hydraulics. For the flight controls is almost impossible. You have 3 hydraulics, the green, the yellow, and the blue. Even though it fails, there is only 2 surface controls that is connected by cable: the rudder, the pedals, these ones, the pedals, and the pitch trim, which is this one. So in mechanical backup, you can only control the bank with the pedals and the pitch, the altitude with the pitch trim, which is quite hard. And yeah, when you practice it, it's always a mess. It happened once, long time ago, but it was because one missile hit the airplane in the behind of the airplane. It was a cargo flight. I don't remember quite well. I think it was in Africa that happened this situation, and the guys were really good guys. They really good pilots. They land the airplane safely. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you like this video. Please let me know what else you want to see, to review. I will be very happy to continue teaching, instructing. I'm quite enjoying it, guys. Thank you very much.